In today's world, one of the most frequently asked questions is who is the richest man in the world? In the year 1877, the answer is Cornelius Vanderbilt, an intelligent and shrewd businessman who assumed a wealth of about $100 million by the time he died at the ripe age of 82. Through hard work and aggressive decisions, Vanderbilt became an American shipping and railroad magnate. Cornelius Vanderbilt was born on May 27, 1794, to an impoverished farmer who worked part-time shipping goods back and forth between New York City and Staten Island. By age 11, Vanderbilt had quit school and had gone to work for his father, assisting on his paraguay. By Vanderbilt's teenage years, he acquired his own paraguay and ferried around his own cargo between New York and Staten Island. During the War of 1812, Vanderbilt enlarged his shipping. From the age of 16, Vanderbilt proved to be a successful entrepreneur. In 1818, Vanderbilt sold his shipping fleet and became a steamship captain for Thomas Gibbons. During his 11 years as captain, Vanderbilt learned the business of the steamship and earned the capital to start his own steamship company. In only a decade, Vanderbilt had gained control of the Hudson River by providing cheap but luxurious travel by boat. Eventually, competitors began to pay Vanderbilt in order to not compete with them. Vanderbilt shifted his focus from the Hudson to the eastern seaboard. He wanted to ship people and goods from New York to places like Boston and Providence. By 1846, Vanderbilt had become a millionaire, but his vast fortune was still to come. In 1847, during the California Gold Rush, Vanderbilt developed the Accessory Transit Company. His company transported passengers and goods from New York City and New Orleans to San Francisco via Nicaragua. At the time, this was easier and cheaper than traveling by wagon or sailing around Cape Horn. His company proved to be a huge success, as most of his endeavors were, earning him over $1 million a year. He only abandoned the operation because his competitors offered to pay him $56,000 a month to stop. By the 1850s, Vanderbilt turned his attention towards railroads, but he did not forget about his ships. During the Civil War, Vanderbilt donated his largest steamboat to the Union Navy. It was used to chase down Confederate raiders. Beginning in 1864, at 70 years old, Vanderbilt put his first investment into the New York and Harlem Railroad. He continued to invest vast sums of money into the railroad until he became director of the line. He later acquired the Hudson River Railroad and the New York Central Railroad and consolidated them in 1869. After the addition of the Lake Shore and Michigan Southern Railroad in 1873, Vanderbilt was able to offer the first rail service from New York City to Chicago. Also in 1873, Vanderbilt ordered the construction of Grand Central Depot in New York City, a precursor to Grand Central Station. This complex and immune building project helped to relieve the Panic of 1873 by providing jobs for thousands. On January 4, 1877, Cornelius Vanderbilt passed away. In his will, he gave $1 million donation to the Central University in Nashville, Tennessee, later renamed Vanderbilt in honor. The rest of his fortune went to his son William and his children. After Cornelius's death, his family became one of the most prominent in America, building large mansions in New York and Newport. These palaces have been named the Vanderbilt Mansions. Commodore Vanderbilt, as his acquaintances like to call him, is a true legend of his time. Using his own capital, political connections, and management skills, Vanderbilt was able to ensure the profitability of railroads for years to come. He pushed America forward, providing what Americans love, more for less. When people think of who made America, they should look towards Cornelius Vanderbilt. If anyone deserves the honor of being nominated into the Gilded University Hall of Fame, it is Cornelius Vanderbilt.